All right, welcome everybody to the British Columbia Real Estate Podcast, episode number 2. I'm here in the studio with
Jeff Chadha from JC Homes. Hey, Rick, how's it going again?
Good. How are you doing?
Still working.
Still working? Market's treating you all right?
Oh, well, it's treating me, right?
It's treating you? All right, well, great. We'll dive right into this episode. Basically, I wanted to ask you about your thoughts and opinions about Surrey, British Columbia, and how I know online recently there was actually an article from urbansurrey.com where they were discussing on how the population of Surrey would be surpassing the population of Vancouver in the year 2030.
Well, yeah, so I mean, let's talk about population moving to Surrey, right?
Yes.
Now I was reading online as well that they're expecting close to around an increase of 30,000 people coming to Surrey by next year.
Yes.
The fact that the point that you were saying about surpassing Vancouver, I think, what was it? They were thinking by the time of 2046 to be almost equivalent to like 1 in 4 in Vancouver, population density wise. I think in 2026 they're thinking that our population could be around 669,000. So A lot of people are moving to Surrey. So the real question is, why are they coming down this way?
Yes,
right?
That's $1 million question for the $1 million lots.
well, besides the easy point of the affordability it's in the Fraser Valley in Surrey rather than Vancouver, Richmond, or Burnaby. So we have a lot of people that had their properties before in Vancouver, Burnaby, Richmond, that it might have been inherited or they got it maybe in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Now those properties are worth so much. So when they sell, they're not going to move down the street to the same style of property. Then what's the point of them selling?
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
So what they do is they might have made like $1 million profit. So they get that and they come over the bridge, come to this way. Because what they'll be able to do is buy a property, which most likely might be bigger, and still have some money in the bank. All right, so that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are moving to the Fraser Valley or Surrey, because of the affordability. There is so much growth happening in Surrey that's another reason why there's so much attraction here.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our SFU campus now. There's just talks about even expanding that. Our Surrey Centre area is also going to be expanded. So we have so much growth.
Rapid development.
So much. And you know what? The main thing is we have that SkyTrain coming in, which would drastically improve our transit. So what that'll also do is it helps people from even Langley coming to Surrey and working in Vancouver. Right now, Surrey's had a lower rental rate than Vancouver. And most of the reason why Surrey, in my opinion, had a lower rental rate than Vancouver is because of the distance.
Yes, yeah.
Now, with that SkyTrain coming from in the Fleetwood area, it would also pick up the amount of people, the tenants coming here, because now they have the transit line. Before, the main reason not to come this far for tenants was because the transit wasn't here. Mm-hmm. I mean, we do have the buses, but the SkyTrain is a very big factor.
Of course.
So that coming in, that's also going to bring in a lot more people. Now, another reason why Surrey is very, very popular, we're in the middle between two airports. We have YVR, which everyone knows about, and we got YXX, which people keep forgetting about in Abbotsford. Now, they're going to be doing a lot of improvements with our pandemic that we're in. Things have slowed down.
Yeah.
But once those improvements happen, you're going to have this municipality, Surrey, and then we'll have Langley, Cloverdale, that it's mixed right in the middle between two major airports. Right, we're gonna have YVR on that side, then we have YXX, and right in the middle you have Surrey. So that's another reason that we're expecting population growth. Is we have the room to grow here, and we have transportation left and right. Right, so we have so much happening here with the affordability, the room to grow, new facilities coming in all the time. Right, so that's probably one of the reasons, without getting so into it. I mean, there's many reasons why a lot of people are moving to Surrey. The main reason would be the affordability and the continuous growth of development.
Yeah, I just noticed basically, I was going to ask you about, from your experience, which areas of Surrey. I know Fleetwood has been super popular, right? Lately, just from my experience of hearing from people. But I mean, from you, like, would you say that more people are more interested in maybe East Newton more than Fleetwood in Surrey, or maybe a little
Well,
bit
Rick,
more
it's a good
towards-
question. It depends on what you're looking for. Certain people will want to go to East Newton. Maybe they have a lot more family there. Maybe they have friends living there. Some people rather have Fleetwood.
Yeah.
Every area has different price points too, right? So it's really hard to say which area is more popular than the other, right? East Newton's popular, Fleetwood's popular, Fraser Heights. They're all popular.
Yeah, Fraser Heights,
Right?
yeah, for sure.
Because you're also going to have different types of homes and different populations. Right, East Newton will have East Newton and Sullivan have a lot of new growth, new lots coming up, but they're smaller lots.
Yeah.
In some areas in Fleetwood, you have new lots, but they're bigger, right? So you have different price points too.
Yes.
Right? So it's really hard to say what area is the most popular. It's really going to come down to the buyer and what they're looking for. Right.
Got you.
Some people might not like Fleetwood because they feel it's too far away from Scott Road area, and they need to go to Richmond all the time.
Yeah.
So they go, Fleetwood's too far.
Got you. Yeah.
Right. Some people might not like East Newton because they go too congested. They might want something different. So it all depends.
Got you. And then do you find a lot of people from surrounding areas like Richmond, Vancouver, are migrating to Surrey more, or other surrounding areas more than others, like Langley? Or are you just finding a mix, just from your personal experience?
Well, from my personal
Yeah.
experience, I mean, once again, it goes back to the answer I just gave a little while
Okay,
ago.
okay,
It all depends on the
Preference.
person. I mean, I have a lot of friends. I'm from Richmond
yeah,
myself,
exactly.
right?
I wanted to ask you about that.
So for us, it was just a decision in terms of we wanted an upgrade, we wanted more land, we wanted a bigger house. I still have friends in Richmond that don't want to move out of Richmond, period.
Yeah. Same
Right?
with people from Vancouver.
Exactly. You have your loyals,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They don't want to move at all. So it really depends. It really depends, Rick. If you are looking for to stretch your dollar out as big as you can, as much as you can,
Yeah.
then definitely Fraser Valley is a good bang for your buck.
Value for dollar.
Yeah.
Right? One of the
Definitely.
most important things for buyers, right?
Well, like with the market being the way it is and how the cost of living the way it is,
Skyrocketed.
more millennials and people our age, it's finding it very difficult. And it's very difficult to get approved for a mortgage, let alone your income.
Yeah.
Might not be there for qualification purposes. So people are looking for more affordable options.
Yeah, of course. That's always super important. Affordability is key, right?
It is.
And then do you find, I want to know your opinion as well about, basically, do you see how wages aren't really increasing in the lower mainland? But do you see that there might be a tipping point eventually, just with the way that the prices of properties is kind of skyrocketing? at
Well,
this
I
point?
mean, the standard living wage, I forgot what they call it, but that's been a topic and discussion for a long time.
I don't think it's ever going to end.
It's true though, because our wages have not really gone up so much, but our prices has.
Yes.
So that is a fair question to ask. What's the tipping point? Is there a tipping point, and when will it happen?
Yeah, exactly. That's the $1 million question too.
So there's a lot of factors, but that's more of a political question to answer. Are they going to increase the standard minimum wage? I don't know when they're going to do that. Right?
I have no idea.
I mean, they need to do something. I mean, I don't know how people are affording things down here.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's just becoming more and more unaffordable for most people.
It's very, very tough for people to afford things down here.
Yeah, it's just, everything's just going so expensive, seems like.
Well, if they can't buy, they have to rent, and rent's expensive as hell.
Yeah,
Right.
that's another episode as well, renting versus buying. Wanted to know your thoughts about that for future episodes.
That'll be a good episode.
Yes, super hot question. Where do you see the population? Would you agree that Surrey will be surpassing Vancouver then, based upon
I think
stats?
so. I think so. I think so. We have, there's so much land still available here, so much development still happening.
Yeah.
So Vancouver, we don't really have much land available there, right? People
Yeah.
are tearing down old places to make new places. Here, we still have land to make new places.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So I do see Surrey being a very strong municipality with a very strong population growth.
Yeah, I mean, people just keep coming here, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't want to leave.
Yeah. As long as, BC is ranked as one of the best places to live in the world in general. I mean, you could just see people just flooding down here still. But I think with COVID, it's kind of slowed down a little bit, even though the housing market's been going on fire. But
It's slowed down a little bit, but I mean, like, people now, Surrey becomes so popular now, where people a long time ago used to say, well, you live in Vancouver? Whereabouts in Vancouver do you live?
Yeah.
They never used to say BC, they say Vancouver.
Yeah. Even
Now,
me, I say Vancouver all the time, even though I don't live in Vancouver.
Surrey's become so popular now, where people are saying, "Oh, Surrey, yeah, I know Surrey." Right?
Sometimes not for the best reasons. Right? That's the problem.
But we won't touch that
Yeah,
topic.
yeah. Some people are scared to move here, but we don't want to scare anybody. Right? But it is definitely a topic around here. But that's great. Any other final thoughts for this episode at the end?
Well, I mean, the population growth is population growth, right? I mean, that was the main thing that we were talking about today. There's many factors that goes into it. Right? Schools is another.
Huge.
Entertainment, lifestyle, all these factors come into play. So there's really not much more I can add to it unless someone has a particular question.
Yes.
Right?
And drop it in the comments, guys. If you feel you have a question for us, let us know in the comments.
So, I mean, if someone's like, I'm moving to Surrey for this reason, or I want to leave Vancouver for this reason, then we'd have to explore what those reasons are to get a better answer. Yeah. Generalizations were what we talked about right now.
True.
Right? So, no, if anyone have any questions as to what area, demograph, all those kind of things, then I'd love to answer them. But if you are planning to make a move, one thing I would probably tell anybody to do is, once again, we said the last video was planning.
Yeah.
Right?
Super
know
important.
the area you're moving into. What are the reasons? If you have a family, look at the schools. If you have if you're working with an agent, then that agent should be really checking those things out for you. The crime rate, if that's a huge thing. Schools around, public transit.
Jobs.
Jobs,
Yeah,
right?
super huge.
And transportation routes.
Yes, massive. I don't find that Surrey has such a big traffic problem compared to like Vancouver, but COVID has been going on.
It depends on where in Surrey and what time in Surrey.
That's true too.
Right?
Main roads are congested to a certain extent, but it's not like LA,
No,
right?
no,
So just for putting that to people out there who don't actually come to Surrey much, right? So it's just something to take into consideration. But that's our episode number 2 there, Jeff.
We're trying to keep it short and sweet and not too
short and sweet.
Not too long.
How
today.
we like to do it here at the BC Real Estate Podcast.
I think I mean what's 8:30 on a Sunday.
That's right, Sunday. Then the day's just getting started. Well, the night is just getting started.
I still got to write a few deals. Thank you, Rick, for disturbing that. By the way.
Exactly. Sorry. We're trying to make this short and sweet for everyone, right? So that concludes our episode number 2 of the BC Real Estate Podcast. Here in the studios with Jeff Chadha, JC Holmes, myself, Ricky J. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well so you guys stay up to date on all our weekly videos. And we'll be back very soon. Peace out, everybody.